The new book, Cowboys of the Waggoner Ranch, takes you behind the scenes of the ranch when cowboys did things a certain way and those traditions were preserved. The Fort Worth author and photographer Jeremy Enlow joins us this morning. Welcome.
Thank you so much.
This is cool, first of all.
It was an amazing experience. I'm so honored and humbled to be able to have this.
Fabulous pictures. Hey, for folks who aren't familiar with it, the Waggoner Ranch, it's almost 800,000 acres, and it's being divided up basically because of an old family feud, right?
Yes. The ranch is about as old as Texas. Mr. Waggoner bought it from Quantum Parker, and it's just ginormous. We'll be in the middle of the ranch driving, and it takes 2 or 3 hours to get to some locations. It's so big.
That's amazing. The Cowboys we're talking about of the Waggoner Ranch, they're living legends. They do things like the dying art.
And when we first went out there, I was just planning on spending a day, and I saw that, they don't have computers, they don't have four-wheelers. It's just their horse and their rope, and the way they do things, it's timeless. It's just amazing.
And some of them, in fact, have been doing it for like 2 or 3 generations,
yes,
right? They've grown up on that ranch.
Several multi-generations. Mr. Daniel, he's one of the oldest cowboys out there. He's been working there since 1965. And, he doesn't work 3 or 4 days a week. He's out there 6 days.
Oh, look at this picture.
Yeah, I know.
He's amazing.
The images are amazing, not only on the screen there, but also behind us. I'm just fascinated by these images. What about their future?
We asked them a little bit about that. And they don't even talk about the sale. They're so complimentary of the current owners, and they just say the most positive things. In their mind, all they're really worried about is that day, and the next day. But you're right, if the ranch is bought to an owner who divides it, then, they're going to lose their jobs.
Yeah. Which is one reason you wanted to capture all
this.
Yes,
ma'am.
For folks who aren't familiar with the Waggoner family and the Waggoner Ranch, it's a pretty colorful story.
It is.
Like the Buick Electra is named after Electra Waggoner.
That was the place to go in the early 1900s. They had all kinds of dignitaries out there. Amon Carter, Will Rogers, U.S. presidents. I mean, they had polo matches out there. It's just a fascinating place. In the last several years, it's just been very quiet. They're very laid back.
But like Thistle Hill, the house in Fort Worth is a Waggoner.
Yes, that was for a lecture that Mr. Waggoner, or Mr. Wharton was built for them. And the ranch actually moved their headquarters to Fort Worth in the early 20s, 30s. And Mr. Waggoner built a 26-floor building there on Houston Street in downtown. And at the time, it was the largest building in the Southwest United States.
Wow. And speaking of largests,
yes.
This is the largest ranch in the U.S. under
yes.
one fence.
Yes,
That's
sir.
just, when you think about it, it's really amazing.
And a lot of people in Dallas-Fort Worth, everyone knows the King Ranch, but hardly anyone knows of the Waggoner Ranch. They've just been so quiet for the last several generations until this sale comes up. And
so we were talking before the show, the sale price is what, $725 million, and there have been 11 offers so far.
Yes.
Do we know who any of these people are who are going to buy it?
Apparently the bidding has closed, and they're sealed bids. And Bernie with Briggs Freeman, he's trying really hard to get an owner that keeps it all under one fence. But we've heard there have been some overseas bids, some local bids. So I believe they put up $15 million in earnest money. So those are some serious bids.
Your bid didn't.
No, mine wasn't the high bid.
What are your fondest memories of the ranch?
They have all these amazing traditions out there. One of the neatest is Weldon Hawley. He's the ranch foreman or ranch manager. He's been out there since 1972. And they all eat lunch together. They have their own cafe with their own full-time chef. And Debbie, she always cooks for him. And Weldon, he eats breakfast about 4 o'clock, or gets there at 4 and eats about 5. But they eat lunch anywhere from 11 to 2 o'clock, depending on where they are at that ranch. So when they all come for buffet style, Weldon, he waits until every single person gets their plate, and then he goes and always gets his plate last. So these just amazing,
story after story,
amazing traditions that they have.
It's that kind of thing you wanted to preserve.
You love it. You love it.
I just can't get my eyes off of that book. It's just the images are incredible. It just makes you feel good.
It's funny. Everything was local. We printed it in Fort Worth. Designer, writer, all from Fort Worth. in the press conference, they said, "Is the dirt really that red out there?" And, it's just, the skies are amazing. Beautiful.
Great.
Well, we thank you for sharing
Thank you so
your
much.
beautiful photographs and your book with us. Cowboys of the Waggoner Ranch is out in bookstores Sunday. You can order a copy at WaggonerCowboys.com. A portion of the sales proceeds will be donated to the Waggoner Ranch Cowboys Fund. Thanks so much.
Thank you so much, Jane.
All right, Jeremy Enlow is providing us 2 copies to give away to you. The numbers to call, 214-787-1006 or 888-446-8880. The 8th and 9th callers win. Good luck.